Good morning. It's Becca and Sarah. I'm with Soak It Up Healing. This is my beautiful life partner. And we'll be doing a morning flow today. Not sure how well it's going to go because I have a couple of injuries I'm dealing with. So we shall see. But if you'd like to join me, please find a comfortable seat somewhere. If you don't have a yoga mat, you can be on a rug or some carpet. And we won't be using any props today. I'm just going to keep it really simple. See how this live video goes. So in your comfortable seat, we'll just start by tuning into our breath. So you can close down the eyes if that's comfortable for you. And we'll just start with Ujjayi breath. So this is the breath that has a slight constriction at the back of the throat. So on your exhale, you can practice this breath with your hand in front of your mouth, like you're fogging up a mirror. Just breathe out. Notice that constriction in the back of your mouth when you make that sound. Then try making that sound with your mouth closed. And then on the inhale. So it starts to sound like waves on the ocean or a kind Darth Vader. And this helps to lengthen the breath, to really engage the diaphragm and the other muscles that support our breathing. So just set up a rhythm that you can maintain throughout all of class. And then set an intention for your class. Maybe just to stay in tune with your breath or to stay in gratitude. Whatever your intention may be, it can be your anchor in this space. So keeping your Ujjayi breath going, we'll just start to move on the breath. Inhale, lift the arms up by the ears. And exhale, twist open to your left. Bringing your left arm behind you. Maybe you can gaze over that left shoulder. And then we'll inhale, come back up through the center. Anytime we're holding a pose, don't hold the breath, just the pose. We'll exhale, twist to the opposite side. So bringing your right hand back behind you. Rotating through the torso, maybe glancing over that right shoulder. I'm mirroring you today. And then we'll inhale back up through center. And then we'll exhale, lean over to your left, hold on to your right wrist. And then we'll inhale back up through center. And exhale to the other side, holding on to the left wrist, really sinking that left hip down to the mat. Feeling that whole left side of the body open. And then we'll inhale back up through center. Exhale, bring the hands down the midline of the body. And let the hands rest comfortably on the legs. We'll start to move the torso around in a circle. Maybe inhaling as you come back. And exhaling as you move forward. And reverse the directions of the circles. Nice. Great. From here, you can take your legs out nice and straight. Flex the feet. Engage the tops of the thighs. Really reach up through your chest. And then we'll just tuck the chin down toward the chest. Exhale all the air out. And then inhale, float the left ear to left shoulder. You can bring the left hand up and over to the right ear. And then take your right hand and press it down toward the mat. You should feel this stretch in the whole right side of the neck, all the way down to the shoulder, maybe even to the fingertips. And just breathe. And we'll exhale, let that go, drop the chin to the chest once again, and then float the ear to the opposite side. So you'll take your right hand to the left ear, reach the left hand down toward the mat, and breathe. Really reach with that left hand. That'll get the stretch going even more in the neck. And when you're ready, you can release. Exhale, chin back to the chest. Great. From here, we'll bring our feet together. Butterfly pose or bound angular pose. Really inhale to lift the chest up. And then exhale, forward fold. Reach the chest down toward the feet. And when you get as far as you can with the chest, you can start to relax the forehead down toward the feet as well. A couple of breaths here. And then we'll start to round up. Then we'll straighten the legs out one more time. Bring your left foot in to, not mirroring you on this one. Sorry. We'll inhale to lift up and exhale, fold forward over that right leg. Maybe you can hold on to the foot. If not, you can just let the hands rest down by the sides. Let the forehead come on down toward the knee. One more breath here. We'll inhale, round back up. Switch sides. Left leg out straight, right leg in. Inhale to lift. And exhale to forward fold. Just allowing the body to open up as we breathe. Each inhale, you're lengthening a bit more through the spine. And each exhale, you're releasing down a little bit more. Last breath here. And then we'll start to inhale, round back up. And we'll come onto the hands and knees. Let's see if I can do this. We'll move through some cat-cows. Inhale to lift the chest and the tailbone up. Exhale to round, tucking the tailbone under. Inhale to lift through cow. Really being intentional about the movement. And exhale, round back through for cat. One more. Inhale to cow. And exhale to cat. And from here, we'll start to step the right leg through. Inhale to lift the chest up. If you need blocks, or if you can set your hand on the knee, that's great. You can stay here, or you can reach those arms up by the ears. Make sure your right knee is not coming beyond your right ankle. Really press that left pinky toe down into the mat, feeling a stretch in the hip flexor of the left leg. Then we'll exhale to release that one, and we'll switch sides. So bring that foot back and step your left knee forward and get that hip flexor stretch in the right. I am not going to be able to have my foot flat on this one, but you can have the top of your foot down like Sarah is showing here. And we'll exhale to release that one. Great job. Now bringing the knees back underneath you, we'll just warm up the wrists a bit. So fingers are spread nice and wide. Just start moving that torso forward and back. You can keep the toes tucked here and get the added bonus of a foot stretch. Stretching out the bottoms of the feet and opening up the wrists. You can also take the fingers out to the sides of the mat, move around in that position. And you can even try bringing the fingertips to face the knees and sitting back toward the heels. Maybe your palms lift off. You can bend one elbow and then the other, just getting into those forearms a little bit more. Great job. You can roll the wrists out, do any other movements you want to get those wrists nice and warm. We'll come right up into a downward facing dog. So lift those hips up and back behind you. Check in with the feet. Make sure they're parallel, about hip width distance apart. Heels right behind the widest part of your feet. You're evenly pressing between the hands and the feet. Can pedal the feet out, walk the dog. Really reach that chest towards the tops of the thighs. You can take the heels over to one side, stretch out the other side, and go the other way with those heels. Feel the other side stretch. And then we'll come back into downward facing dog. From here, float the shoulders over the wrists. Really press those shoulder blades up toward the sky. And when you're ready, exhale, bend the elbows, chaturanga. You can lower half or all the way down. On the inhale, we'll come up to a baby cobra or an upward facing dog. And exhale, come over the toes, back to your downward facing dog. And from here, we'll float that right knee up toward the ceiling. And exhale, bring that knee to the nose, hover for a moment. Inhale, lift that foot up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring that knee over to your left wrist and then to your right wrist, up to the right armpit, over to the left armpit. Inhale, back up through three-legged dog. On this last one, exhale, bring that knee into the nose, hover, flex your right foot, step it between the hands, come on up for a warrior one. So spin that left foot back so your heel is on the ground. Arms are up by the ears, sinking those hips down, reaching the torso forward, tucking in the ribs and the belly. And then we'll exhale to a warrior two. So you'll just spin that back foot flat, reach the arms out into a T, your right arm's in front, left arm's behind you. You're looking over your right middle finger for a nice steady gaze. You can always check your stance by gazing down, making sure you can see that left big toe on the inside, or right big toe on the inside of your right knee. On your next inhale, we'll reverse it. Keep the legs the same. Reach that right arm up, left arm back. And exhale right back to warrior two. Inhale, we'll do one more. And exhale, warrior two. Inhale to extend the arms and torso a little bit more forward. Exhale, release that elbow to the knee. Reach the left arm up and over, opening up to the left for a side angle pose. You can also reach the right hand down to the inside of the right foot as an option. On an inhale, straighten that right leg. Keep the right hand down. Reach that left arm straight up from the shoulder socket. Extended triangle. From here, we'll come into a strong balancing pose, half moon. You can bring your left hand to your hip. Start bending your right knee. If you have a block, you can have it here in front of your right toes. If not, just place your right hand there. Start to lift that left foot up. You might need to tap it a few times on the mat to get it up. And then once you're there, start to open up to the left. Maybe you can get your left arm to lift up. Maybe you can float the fingertips off the floor with the strength of your abdominal muscles. One more breath here in half moon. And then we'll slowly set that left foot back at the back of the mat and come right back up to warrior two. Beautiful. From here, we'll come into a humble warrior. So you'll bring your right arm down and the left arm to the back. If you can come into a bind here, holding your hands behind the right leg. And then we'll release the hands to the floor, frame that right foot, spin on the left ball of your foot and start to slide your right foot over to the right. You can come down onto the forearms if you'd like. We'll be in lizard pose here for a few breaths. You can move around. You can set the left knee down if you'd like, or you can stay up. Lizard lunge is a great way to get into the hips. Release tension in that area. Then we'll all set our left knee down and start to heel toe the right foot over to the left side of your mat. Coming into pigeon pose. So you can set that right knee down and start to fold forward over the right leg. Maybe you can release your forehead down to the mat or to your hands. You can also bend your elbows here. Place your thumbs at the tops of your eye socket ridge and rest the head in that way. Or if you can come further down, that is also great. A couple of breaths here in pigeon. And we'll start to slowly lift the chest up, pressing into the hands, tuck the left toes under, lift that right leg up and back, three-legged dog. You can open stack the hips, bend that right knee. You can feel free to move around in whatever way feels good here. And we'll do one starfish just for fun. So bring that right knee back in toward the left wrist. Reach it out to the left side. Come on up with that left arm. So you're on your right hand, your left foot, and your right leg is out to the side. Keep breathing. Lift those hips. And then we'll exhale, set that left arm down. Reach that right leg back to downward facing dog. And breathe a couple of breaths here in down dog. And from here, we'll lift the left leg up. Inhale. Exhale, left knee to nose, hover. Press those shoulder blades up to the sky. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to left wrist and then to right wrist. Up to right armpit and over to left armpit. Inhale, back up through three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, hover again, hold here, and then flex the left foot, step it through the hands, and press yourself up to a warrior one, spinning the right heel back behind you onto the mat. Arms up by the ears, tucking the ribs and the belly in. Strong warrior one. And then we'll spin the arms to a warrior two. Maybe slight position change with the back foot. Check your stance by peeking and making sure your left big toe is visible on the inside of that left knee. Arms are fully extended, really reaching through the fingertips here. And we'll reverse it. Keep the hands the same. Lift that left arm up and the right arm back. Exhale, back to warrior two. Inhale, reverse it. And exhale, warrior two. Nice. From here, inhale, reach forward. Exhale, lower left elbow to left knee. Reach right arm up and over. Maybe you can reach that left arm all the way down to the mat for extended side angle. Keeping the left hand down, start to straighten that left leg. Reach the right arm right out and up. Extended triangle. From here, we'll make our way into that half moon. So to get into half moon, lower the right hand to the hip, bend the left knee, place the left hand in front of the left foot a little bit. Whoops. And then start to slowly lift your right foot up and back behind you. Maybe you can reach the right arm up and maybe you can look over to the right. Your left leg is super strong. You might have a slight bend in the knee. All good. Whoops. Keep breathing. If you fall out of it like I did, just try to get yourself back into it. Last breath here. Exhale, set down the right foot all the way at the back of the mat and come right back up into your warrior two. Nice. And we'll come into that humble warrior. So you just start to lower your left hand down. Right arm comes underneath and behind. Whoops, I went the wrong way for the bind. Yeah, so left arm is on the inside of your left thigh. Right arm is around behind the back. And your legs are super strong. All right, we'll come out of this one, unwinding, bringing the hands down, spin onto the ball of your right foot and heel toe your left foot over to the left. Lizard lunge here. You can stay up on the right knee or lower it down. You can come onto the knife edge of that left foot if you like. You can come onto the forearms, whatever feels good for you here. Just opening up that left hip. Couple of more breaths here. And then we'll start to heel toe the left foot over to the right side of your mat. You can lower your right knee and leg down when you're ready. Lower that left hip and knee down as well. Pigeon pose. And then start to fold forward over that front leg to your own degree. And melt it down. Few breaths here in pigeon pose. Just allowing the muscles to relax and release. And we'll start to slowly press ourselves up out of this one. Tuck the right toes underneath. Start to lift the left foot up and back for a three-legged dog. Bend the knee, open stack the hips. Feel free to move around as much as you want to here. And then we'll come into our starfish pose. So bringing that left knee underneath the right arm. Start to lift the right arm up and over. Lifting those hips as best you can. Beautiful. Come back down with that right hand. Lift that left foot back to downward facing dog. And just a couple breaths here in down dog. Inhale to come forward over the wrist, plank pose. One breath here. And then we'll exhale, bend the elbows, chaturanga. Come all the way down onto the mat. Release the belly. You can keep the hands where they're at. And then inhale, peel the chest up off of the mat. Lift the legs as well. Start to lift the hands for flying locust. Couple of breaths here. So you're just lifting everything as best you can up to the sky. And exhale, release. You can let your cheek come down to the mat on one side. You can let the arms go down by the sides. Shake the hips out if you want. And then we'll inhale, do that again. You can keep the hands where they are, palms facing down. Lift the legs and the chest and the hands, everything lifting up to the ceiling. And then exhale, release. Opposite cheek to the mat. Other side of the neck getting a nice stretch here. And one more time, inhale to lift everything up toward the ceiling. If you'd like to bend the knees, hold on to the feet or the ankles. Lift those legs away from you for bow pose. Just gets you a deeper back bend here. Couple breaths. And exhale, release. You get to choose which cheek comes to the mat. And our last little pose here, we'll do an inversion. So you can take your arms underneath you, forearms to the mat. You can also interlace the hands. So up to you. And we'll come into dolphin pose. You can also stay in dolphin pose. You do not need to come into a headstand, but if you like to practice and you're somewhere safe where you can, feel free. I'm going to give it a go. Why not? Facebook Live. Here we go. So we'll bring our knees in to the elbows as close as you can. And then press into the forearms. Start to lift the hips up and back, just like downward dog, but you are here on your forearms. You can start to lift one leg and then the other to prepare for a headstand if you'd like. Or you can just stay in dolphin pose. And we'll start to slowly lower back down. You can take the knees out wide, big toes into touch, and set the arms down and the forehead down, coming into a child's pose. And when you're ready, you can press yourself up from there. Make your way back into a seat. And then we'll lower all the way down onto our backs. You can hug the knees into the chest, give them a nice squeeze. And you can hold on to the feet, bring those knees in toward the armpits for happy baby. This is always a great look on video, I'm sure. Hello. Whoa. Yep, happy baby is supposed to be fun, y'all. Hopefully y'all aren't taking us too seriously out there. All right, we'll start to release on down from happy baby to corpse pose, the fastest life in all of yoga. 1 minute you're rolling around like a happy little infant. The next thing you know, you're a dead person. Isn't that life? So just let it all go here. Be in gratitude that you are not actually a corpse. You are still very much alive and well and breathing. Close the eyes if that's comfortable for you. Release any tension in the forehead, and the eyebrows, the eyes, the lips, the jaw, the tongue. Just relax and release the shoulders down away from the ears. Let the fingers go, the toes. And just melt into your mat. I'll be quiet for a few moments. You're welcome to end the video here and just stay in Shavasana or meditate. You can start to gently deepen your breath now, bringing some awareness back into the body, wiggling the toes, rolling the thumb over each fingertip, maybe stretching the arms long and overhead, reaching one side a little longer and then the other. And if it feels good to you, you can curl up into a little ball on one side and just rest for a moment before you make your way up to a comfortable seat. I always love sharing the 4 soul intentions for living a happy, healthy, and harmonious life. So if you'd like to join me, please bring your right hand to the belly and your left hand to your heart. We'll set the intention here for a joyful, energetic body. Bringing both hands to the chest, we'll set the intention for a loving and compassionate heart. Bringing the fingertips to touch, palms remain separated. We set the intention here for a reflective and alert mind. Heels of the hands come together, middle 3 fingers express out as the pinky and thumb remain connected. We set the intention for lightness of being not taking ourselves too seriously. Palms come together to rest at heart center, and you can gently bow towards your fingertips and just thank yourself for joining in on this class that's beneficial for body, mind, and spirit. I appreciate you spending this time sharing my practice with me and my wonderful wife. Namaste. See you again soon. Check me out, soakituphealing.com. I'm going to be doing more traveling and yoga videos, and I am available for coaching. Please reach out to me if you want to improve your well-being. Take care. Hey!